Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Win with Sports, your best chance to win. And now, are you ready for some football? Here with all your professional inside sports tips and advice, the most successful sports handicapping service, your host, Chris Long.
Hello, guys. This is Chris Long with Win with Sports radio show. This is our second show. We're happy to be back. Last week we had a huge winning week. This week I'll be joined with Jim Miller. But let me just start off with giving you guys the phone number so you can call to get some winners. 1-833-95-SPORT or 1-833-957-7678 or winwithsports.net. Just for calling, you will receive absolutely free the winners of the Broncos and the Raiders, the Chargers and the Rams, 2 games on Sunday, and also Florida versus Tennessee and Georgia, Missouri, absolutely free. Guys, that's 4 free winners, 2 Saturday and 2 Sunday, just for calling. The number is 833-95-SPORT or 833-957-7678. I'm joined here with Jim Miller. Jim, why don't you say hello to everybody?
Hello.
All right, so we got Jim. Jim was with us last week. If anyone had listened to us last week, we had another excellent week. We were 6-1 with our high roller plays. We will go over those games with you. So I just want to go, I know not everyone had listened to the show last week. I'm going to go into the background of me and my team, just so you know what you're dealing with. Okay, we have 4 guys that are every day constantly watching 8 TVs at once, crunching the numbers, watching every single play. If they don't watch it live, they DVR the game, and they're going to watch it again. If you ever see the setup that we have there, 8 TVs, that's so we can cover every single game on NFL Sunday at 1 o'clock. And also we have all the college games on. So we're constantly watching. We're going over each game. We have people who are reading, people who are analyzing every single play. All right, that gets us to come into these winners like Troy plus 11 versus Nebraska last week, Fresno State minus 2, Indiana minus 14, Penn State minus 34. All 4 easy winners. You didn't have to sweat after the first quarter. Did have one loser in there that was Clemson over 47.5. We lost by a field goal. We're going to break down all those games, but I just want to let you know the packages that we include are going to be our high roller package, which is the best package you have. That's a 3-game package for anyone who's betting over $1,000. Those are the kind of games that you're going to get. Those are our high roller games. If you don't bet over $1,000, we have a package for everybody. What we're going to do is have a $349 for a month. Breaks down to about $11 per pick. It's about a play a day. You'll get 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. It's about $11 a pick. So, guys, 833-95-SPORT and 833-957-7678. Website is winwithsports.net. Jim, going to lead into a couple of games here. Let's start with Troy plus 11 versus Nebraska. 24-19 outright winner. What did we like about that game?
Well, Nebraska lost at home the week before to Colorado. Nobody expected them to lose 2 games in a row. Troy is a program that really is. These guys are good. They always field a good team, and they were taken lightly. The line opened up 8.5. They didn't know if Martinez was going to play, and he got the go ahead. The line went to 10.5, and as soon as it went to 10.5. We circled it. We jumped all over Troy. We felt like Nebraska is just not what they used to be. They've been living off their reputation for a long time. After Tom Osborne left, this team is it's just not the same. And there are a few programs out there that just have been living off their reputation, and Nebraska is one of them.
And Nebraska, like Jim is saying, Nebraska versus Troy to the average Joe. Nobody's picking Troy. Everyone's looking at Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, the Big Red. They have a new coach over there, Jim, by the name of Scott Frost. He's an excellent coach, but they are not ready yet. They're still a couple of years away. He's got a big name hire. He came from Central Florida. He's over at Nebraska now. This line was just a little ridiculous. 11 points. Troy got blasted by Boise State the week before, and everybody saw that. We go off an old little saying that nobody's as good as they were in week 1 or as bad as they looked in week 1. That's certainly the case with Troy. They got crushed by Boise. Everyone saw it. Nebraska with their new hotshot coach, Scott Frost. And we got the outright winner. Jim, when we look at this game, give us a couple more things that you thought about Nebraska.
Well, they've been living off their reputation, like I said before. And Martinez was questionable. The line opened up at 8.5. It went to 10.5 when they got the go-ahead that he was going to play, and I could care less whether he played or not. They were going down.
Yeah,
and,
good point on that, Jim. So those are the kind of games that you're going to get from us, and simply by calling 1-833-95-SPORT or 833-957-7678, or visit us on the net at winwithsports.net. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to win with sports. All right, we're going to cover another game. Jim, looking at Fresno State versus UCLA, and I think it's, again, Chip Kelly, the new coach, comes with all the bells and whistles. He's got a huge name, but they're not quite ready. What did you think? What made us get on that game?
Well, Fresno lost the week before to Minnesota, and like you said, UCLA has the name. They have the big name in the coach, and the lines makers adjust their lines to that. It's easy to bet a UCLA being a home underdog, and that really got our attention. Fresno lost the week before, and now they travel to UCLA, and they're the favorite. They opened up 3, and the line moved to 2, and when it came back down to 2, I thought that was a winner. That just threw up red flags to me.
Yeah, the funny thing there is, as Jim, as we call in the industry, a trap game. You know, Fresno State, their road favorite against UCLA. I mean, everyone and their mother is dying to bet UCLA is a home dog. But there was a reason they were a home dog. Fresno State was the better team, at least at this point of the year, and we went with Fresno State minus the 2.5 of UCLA. That final score was 38-14. Again, after the first quarter, I don't think you really sweat in that game. That was the last night of the game. I think it was about 10:30 Eastern to close out. Everyone was chasing with UCLA. We were on the other side. We were with Fresno State. Jim, what did they do last week? You have some notes on that last week game?
Well, Fresno went to Minnesota. They lost to an average Minnesota team. Traveling to UCLA, a program that's had a few coaches in the last couple of years, it takes time for them to adjust to the new style. Chip Kelly's got a different style than a Jim Mora, for example, and kids just don't adjust. It takes a few weeks, or more than a few weeks, to adjust to a new system. And when they were getting points at home, regardless, the average bettor doesn't know exactly, what goes on. They don't have the information that we have. And Fresno, being a road favorite, just threw up a red flag to me. And by a field goal. I mean, it wasn't like one or pick 'em. It was a field goal. And it was just too easy to take UCLA, in my opinion. And they're just not ready, like you mentioned before. The system takes a while to kick in. Chip Kelly's been known for his run-and-gun type of style. And you got to have the personnel for that.
Hey, guys, and like you said, those are the kind of games that you're going to get from us. Just by calling, absolutely free, you're going to receive the winner of the Broncos versus the Raiders, the Chargers versus the Rams. Also on Saturday, Florida, Tennessee, and also Georgia and Missouri. Those 4 games, absolutely free, no strings attached, just for calling. Try to get these games that Jim and I are giving you, the Troys and the Fresnos. Those are the high roller games. They are a 3-game package for those guys that are betting over $1,000 a game. Please give us a call. Use the code word high roller. Again, high roller is not for everybody. We can also offer a $349 package for a month of plays. It's a level below our high roller. Believe it or not, I'm going to throw some high roller plays in there, but I just won't tell you which one they are. I mean, those are the ones that come for the guys that are really swinging out there. Comes out to about a pick a day, about $11 a pick, all right? So, guys, please give a call, 1-833-957-7678 or 1-833-95-SPORT. The website is winwithsports.net. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Win with Sports radio show. Call us at 833-957-7678. That's 833-957-7678. Once more, that's 833-95-SPORT. Or visit us online at winwithsports.net and start winning today.
Welcome back, guys. This is segment 2 of our show. This is Chris Long with Win with Sports radio show. As always, I'm joined with my right-hand man, Jim Miller. Jim, announce yourself to the audience here.
Yeah, I'm Jim Miller. I've been in this business a long time. I'm picking winners. That's what I'm doing. This is my trade. I love what I do. I love the guys I work with. We have fun during the week. and we just seem to be on the same page on a lot of these plays. And when we are, we circle them and we release them.
Perfect, Jim. We're going to go over some of those games that we gave out last week. But just right now, just for calling, you'll receive the winners of the Broncos versus the Raiders, Chargers versus the Rams, Florida, Tennessee on Saturday, and Georgia, Missouri on Saturday. And guys, that's absolutely free. That's 4 free winners, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, just for calling. And when you do call, we have some packages we want to offer. Our high roller package, which is our best package. We were 6-1 on our high roller games last week. Those are the best games on the net, the best games you can get anywhere. Please use code high roller when you call. We also offer a $349 of a month of plays where you just want to kick the tires. You just want to try us out. You want to see what we have to offer? It's just a level below high roller. It comes out to about a pick a day or $11 a pick. Guys, I just want to get into my background real quick. Not everyone has heard the show last week or heard the first section. I've been in the industry for a long time. I was a giant loser in the beginning. I worked offshore. I worked in Curacao, Panama, Costa Rica, Venezuela, you name it. I was there. I was in shock that I saw people that I can actually win, Jim. 99% of the people are losers when it comes to this, but there is a 1% that win. I was answering the phones, and week after week, the same guys were winning week after week. And I said, this is not luck. There's got to be a key to it. So I had to figure out how to get that information. I talked to certain people. I talked to the clerks that answer the phone in Costa Rica or Panama. Who are your biggest winners? And I paid for that information. I'm not really a handicapper myself, so to speak. I handicap the handicappers. If you're winning, I know where you're playing, and I know how to find you. And you will get games like this. Last week, Indiana versus Ball State, -14 Indiana, 38-10 winner. Jim, help the public figure out why we picked Indiana.
Well, Ball State, we had information on them when they played Notre Dame. Notre Dame was not going to run the score up on them. And on paper, it looked like a close game. So it's reflective in the following week with the line maker. He made Indiana a 14-point favorite. We had them at almost 3 touchdowns. And when that line came out at 14, like I said before, there are some games that just jump off the page, and this one jumped off the page to me. And when I pointed it out to the other guys in the office, they agreed. Indiana is not a Notre Dame. They will run the score up on you. So it was reflective. In like I said, the previous week, they only lost by 8 to Notre Dame. When it was 14, and we had it rated at 20. We jumped all over it. It was an easy 38.
Yeah, Jim, as you say, the week before we had Ball State versus Notre Dame. There were 2 Indiana schools. They're right down the street from each other. It was a David and Goliath type situation with Notre Dame being the Goliath. Right here we have 2 Davids. I mean, there's no Goliath between Indiana and Ball State. They're both the little guy. So Indiana, when they get a chance, they're going to rub it in. Indiana was playing Ball State. 38-10 winner, laying the 14. The week before, Notre Dame, they kind of just went through the motions. They didn't want to embarrass their little brother from down the street, but Indiana was in a totally different ballpark. They ran up the score, 38-10 winner, and that's what we have to say about that one. How about this one, Jim? Penn State over Kent State. We laid the 34. I looked at you crazy when you gave me this game. I said, he's out of his mind. 34 points. You know, what's he thinking? And then he walked me through the process. We have a 63-10 winner. Jim, I already know the process. Why don't you tell our listeners what we liked about that game?
Well, Penn State almost lost in week 1 to Appalachian State, and you have to perform. When you're a top 10 school like this, you have to get into the top 4 to play for the national championship. So, you know, when they look at the games that Penn State would play, if they play these schools that really aren't that strong and they're having a tough time with them, that kind of hurts the last week of the year when they're trying to see who's the 4th team to get in. So they can't play any games. Week 1 in front of the home crowd. You know, the home crowd, these people that come out and support this team, they want to see blowouts. They want to see touchdowns. They want to see a guy like McSorley contend for the Heisman. So he's got to put up some pretty good numbers, and he did this week.
Yeah, 63 points. That's a good job for a quarterback that wants to get back into the Heisman race after that disappointing performance against Appalachian State. So, you know, Penn State, they got off to a slow start. We got to call these things, Jim, they're called style points. 63-10. That's a 53-point victory. People are starting to forget that they beat Appalachian State in overtime. They're trying to wash that out of people's heads. So minus 34, a 63-10 winner. Another game after the first quarter that we didn't even have to look at. Guys, those are the kind of games you're going to get from us. That's the kind of information that we have. I went through 4 winners so far. 4-0 right there, sweep on the colleges. That's our high roller games. Again, high roller package is those who bet over $1,000 or more, and they're the best games on the net. You cannot get better information than this. 1-833-95-SPORT or 833-957-7678, or you can visit us on the net at winwithsports.net. Just for calling, you guys will receive the winners of the Broncos versus the Raiders, the Chargers versus the Rams on Sunday. We also have 2 games on Saturday, Florida versus Tennessee and Georgia versus Missouri. You will get 4 winners absolutely free, 4 winners, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. Also remember, you can call for our high roller package, or you can also call for our package of $349 a month, where you will get a pick a day. You know, there's no football on Tuesday and Wednesday, so we'll probably W up on Saturday and Sunday. So you'll get a pick Monday, Thursday, Friday, and 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Remember, please give us a call, 833-957-7678. Now, Jim, I hate to admit this, but we did have a loser, and this is my fault. This is a game that I really loved. We looked it over. I gave it out. I tried to make sure I'm getting on my side. It was Clemson over 47.5 versus Georgia Southern. That final was 38-7 for a total of 45 points. We lost it by a field goal. I'm not happy about it, but when we do lose, this is what happens. Clemson, they had 3 turnovers in the first half. It was a scoreless first quarter. Their first points came with 7 minutes to go in the half. We were pretty much sunk then. They did get 45 points in the final, 37 minutes. If they played tomorrow, I think we'd win that game by 2 touchdowns. But, you know, it was a loser. It is what it is. What are you going to do about it? Jim, you tried to talk me off of it, but I made everyone give it out. So I'm going to take the L on that one. But you're going to get more games like Troy plus 11 versus Nebraska, Fresno minus 2 versus UCLA, Indiana versus Ball State minus the 14, and Penn State versus Kent State. We're talking about over 150 points in winners right there when you factor in the spread. And that's what you get when you talk with us at Win with Sports. Jim, we're going to go into the NFL. You want to give people a little minute or so of how you met us and how this happened?
Well, you know, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. My specialty is spotting these weak lines, and I'll wait. And we get information during the week from trainers, former players, former coaches, boosters. We really rely a lot on it with the boosters because they really give us what's going on in the locker room as far as who's going to run up the score, who's hurt, who's whatever. And we use that information to our advantage, information that the average sports bettor doesn't have. So when we handicap a game and we get additional information on that game, then we really circle that game. That's when we really like to double up. And we've done that successfully so far this year on a few games, and there are a lot of games to be played.
All right, Jim, we got about 20 seconds to wrap it up here. And like Jim says, you know, we have a team of guys here. It's not one guy. You know, if people go against us, we will just cut it down. You know, we have to have people match up. We have 4 people watching TV. Some guys getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, reading all the Twitter boards, reading newspapers. We have people that just do that professionally. I'm going to sign off now and we'll be back for segment 3.
You're listening to the Win with Sports radio show. Call us at 833-957-7678. That's 833-957-7678. Once more, that's 833-95-SPORT. Or visit us online at winwithsports.net and start winning today.
Hey guys, this is Chris Long with the Win with Sports radio show. This is our 3rd and final segment. This segment we're going to tackle the NFL games that we had. The first 2 segments we used the college football games, the bankroll games that we had. We had 2 winners in the NFL. I'm going to go over those real quick. But for now, I want you guys all to call 1-833-95-SPORT or 1-833-957-7678, or you can visit us on the net at winwithsports.net. Just for calling, you will receive absolutely free the winners of the Broncos versus the Raiders, the Chargers versus the Rams, Florida versus Tennessee on Saturday, and Georgia, Missouri on Saturday, absolutely free. Guys, that's 4 free winners, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, just for calling. Please give us a call, 833-95-SPORT or 833-957-7678. I'm joined here by Jim Miller. Jim is our handicapper specialist. He focuses on the colleges. But this segment is going to be about the NFL. Jim, you also watch the NFL, don't you?
No question. No question. I love the NFL. I love any football game. Anything. Anything with football I love.
All right, that's the kind of people we want. We want die-hard football guys. All right, guys, we want to turn you guys into winners. And not only are we going to give you winners each week, we're going to teach you how to win, spots to look for. Guys, we have a team of handicappers. We have 4 guys watching 8 TVs at once. If they miss a play, they're going to rewind it. They watch the replays. We have guys that crunch the numbers as well, but you can't just do one. You got to do both. We have computers that spit out numbers, and we also have the human element, guys watching the game, guys like Jim. Jim, you're staring at all these games. Tell us about the Colts versus the Redskins. That was one of our winners, right?
Yeah, we like the Colts. The Redskins have a new quarterback, Alex Smith. It takes a while. Any time a new quarterback comes to a new system, it's going to take time. And they beat a weak Arizona team. They were getting 2 points on the road. They beat them pretty soundly. Now they're coming home to a Colt team that lost to Cincinnati, a good Cincinnati team. They were getting 6 at Washington, and we just thought that was an overlay. That was just too many points to give this Colt team. You can't give 6 points.
And if you guys can follow what Jim was saying there, I mean, we look at the results. It's not just as easy as looking at the results, but just walk us through this one here. So the Colts, they played the Bengals. They were life and death. They could have won that game. It came down to the last possession. I actually thought they were the better team. The Bengals, who nobody thought were anything of, they go and they beat the Ravens. The Ravens were a top 4 pick. I mean, they were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. Cincinnati, they didn't just beat them. They dominated them. And the Redskins, they beat a bad Arizona team. Who are the Redskins to be laying 6 points to anyone? Jim, I think we could find 10 guys out here, and we won't beat 6-point dogs to the Redskins. So it just makes sense. We thought the Colts could win the game outright. They did. But we had 6 points in our pocket just in case they didn't. We had a 6-point window there. I mean, Andrew Luck in his second game back, he looked pretty good. They might be a team to contend with. We don't know. But we saw that the Redskins were overvalued and the Colts were undervalued. Anytime you get that spot, just lock it in. You know, Jim and I both agreed on this one, Colts +6. As you can see, 21-9 winner. It was fairly easy if anyone watched that game. It wasn't even as close as the final score indicated. But those are the type of games you're going to get from our crew, from the Win With Sports crew, from Chris Long and Jim Miller and whoever else that we have coming on the show. We're going to have special guests each and every week. Make sure you guys give us a call, 1-833-95-SPORT. That's 1-833-957-7678, or reach us on the net at winwithsports.net. Please just give us a call, and absolutely free. You will get the winner of the Broncos versus the Raiders, the Chargers versus the Rams, Florida and Tennessee on Saturday, and Georgia, Missouri on Saturday. Absolutely free. That's 4 free winners, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, and that's what you're going to get for giving us a call. Now, guys, sometimes it might sound like I'm repeating myself, but, you know, we are doing this podcast. We're doing it over the radio. Sometimes someone's going out to get a pack of cigarettes. They're driving their kid to soccer practice, or they're running to buy a lotto ticket. Jim, the other game that we're looking at, Chargers-Bills. All right, what'd you see there?
The Bills are a horrible team. I mean, they're just horrible. I mean, they had a rookie quarterback replacing another rookie quarterback. They're just not ready to win yet. Anytime that you can get 7 points at home, it raises an eyebrow. Chargers went coast to coast. They played a tough game the week before against Kansas City, and now they have a patsy against the Bills, who just are not ready to win yet.
And you guys know, if you've been listening to the show before, I picked against the Bills last week. That was one of our bankroll games in the NFL. We had the Ravens over the Bills. We went back to the well again. Chargers over the Bills. We think the Bills is probably the worst team in the league. Some funny things about that is that we picked on them twice. We're 2-0 betting against the Bills. But, guys, that train has stopped. A little look-ahead line there. The Vikings by 17 points over the Bills. Jim, 17 points in the NFL? What's that all about?
Well, like you said, we're off that train now. 17 is a lot, but we're gonna leave that game alone. They have to make them a 17-point dog. They just look horrible. 2 rookie quarterbacks just can't run the ship. with a rookie quarterback.
So guys, some funny things about that. You know, we faded the Bills twice. We cashed twice. But we're not going to do this all year long. Odds makers are not dumb. I mean, they have to make 100 lines a week between the college and the pros, but they do make mistakes. They're not idiots, but they do make mistakes. We picked on the Bills 2 weeks in a row, but I'm not laying 17 with the Vikings. I'm not saying I'm going to bet the Bills. I'm not saying that. But I'm going to just say that I'm taking it off my board for now. And I have a funny stat about, it's not really a stat, but a funny quote about the Bills game. Vontae Davis, Jim, their defensive back, he retired at halftime. He retired at halftime in this game. That's how bad the situation is in Buffalo. I've never heard of that. Have you ever heard of anyone retiring?
Never. And that's bad for morale. These guys are professionals, and when you get a professional that does something very unprofessional, it just brings the morale down on the team. And the Bills are not going to be reckoned with. They're just going to be on the bottom all year. We're off them now. I'd be afraid to bet with them or against them. So that's one team that I've scratched for the rest of the year. I'm just not going to touch them.
All right, guys. So I've been recapping some games. We were 6-1 on the high roller plays. This is the kind of information you're going to get just by calling. The number again, 1-833-95-SPORT or 1-833-957-7678. Those are both toll-free numbers, or you can reach us on the net at winwithsports.net. Just for calling, you will receive the winners of the Broncos and the Raiders, the Chargers and the Rams, both played on Sunday, Florida versus Tennessee, and Georgia versus Missouri on Saturday. Absolutely free. That's 4 free winners, 2 Saturday and 2 Sunday, just for calling. Please give us a call, 833-95-SPORT or 833-957-7678. Last week's high roller play, 6-1, Troy versus Nebraska, Fresno over UCLA, Indiana over Ball State, Penn State over Kent State. I mean, we won by about 100 points there. Our one loser was our Clemson over. I told you about that in the last section. In the NFL, Colts +6 and the Chargers -7.5. Those are our 2 winners. So we got about a minute left, Jim. How do you want to close this out?
When you're having a problem at your house and you have a plumbing problem, you call a plumber.
Jim loves that line.
If you have a problem with anything, you got to call a tradesman. We are a tradesman in the sports industry. So if you enjoy betting football, and we all do, call us. We're a friendly bunch of guys. We like to have fun.
All right, guys, we have about 15 seconds left, Jim. 833-95-SPORT, 833-957-7678, and that website is winwithsports.net. Signing off, this is Chris Long and Jim Miller.
Thanks for joining us today on Win with Sports, your best chance to win. Join us again next week for all your professional inside sports tips and advice. On behalf of your host, Chris Long, make it a winning week by visiting winwithsports.net.